Good morning, students. Today we are going to start another property of D block elements. The name is magnetic properties. So, generally D block elements compound they can existed magnetic properties. So, what is the reason? How many types of magnetic behaviors are there, especially in D block compounds? The information we will discuss in this class. See, general information. Matters in general is associated with magnetic properties. Majority of the substances are either paramagnetic or diamagnetic. It means from the D block element compounds, majority of the compounds are paramagnetic behavior or diamagnetic behavior. Actually, you know that very well, my dear students. Generally, matters are can show three different type of magnetic properties. Number one is the paramagnetic behavior. Number two is the diamagnetic behavior. Number three is the ferromagnetic behavior. So, commonly, generally, every matter can be existed three different kind of the magnetic properties: paramagnetic, diamagnetic, and ferromagnetic. Actually, what is the definition of paramagnetic? What is the mean of paramagnetic or diamagnetic and ferromagnetic? See carefully. Paramagnetic. See, every students see carefully. Paramagnetic means a paramagnetic substance is one which is attracted into a magnetic field. Attracted into a magnetic field. Paramagnetic is mainly due to the presence of unpaired electron in the atoms or ions or molecules. It means, listen carefully my dear students, a paramagnetic substance is one which is attracted into the magnetic field. See, this is the magnet, this is completely magnetic field, this is a matter. So here I mentioned clearly, weakly attracted towards the magnetic field. Any one of the substance weakly attracted, very weakly attracted to the magnetic field, that is called paramagnetic substances. So listen carefully. Why any one of the substance show the paramagnetic behavior means this is the reason. Unpaired electrons present in the d orbital. Unpaired electrons are present in the d orbital. Those compounds are generally show the paramagnetic behavior. What is the meaning of the paramagnetic behavior? So any one of the substance weakly attracted towards the magnetic field, that is called paramagnetic substances. Already I told, actually D block elements are generally showing the paramagnetic behavior or diamagnetic behavior. It means paramagnetic behavior means the magnetic substances weakly attraction towards the magnetic field, that is called paramagnetic substances. That is the reason. What is the reason? They have unpaired electrons in the orbital. That is the reason. If any one of the substance unpaired electrons present in the d orbital, that substance commonly weakly attracted towards the magnetic field. And the second one is the diamagnetic substances. So diamagnetic substances is one which slightly repelled by the magnetic field. So here you observe, my dear students, in case of paramagnetic, matter weakly attracted towards the magnetic field, but here matter repel from the magnetic field. That is called diamagnetic. So generally diamagnetic is nothing but non-magnetic substances. So here paramagnetic behavior, how it's possible? The d orbital has either unpaired electrons present in the atoms. So d orbital unpaired electrons are present in an atom, that substances show them paramagnetic behavior. But diamagnetic behavior means, see here, reason, d orbital either 0 electrons, see carefully, d orbital either 0 electrons or completely filled electrons. So any one of the substance d orbital there is no any electrons in d orbital, and completely filled electrons in the d orbital. These two cases, that substances showing to the magnetic behavior. What kind of magnetic behavior? Diamagnetic behavior. See my dear students, paramagnetic behavior means the substance which has unpaired electron in the d orbital. Diamagnetic substances means the substance which has d orbital, there is no any electron, or d orbital completely fully filled electrons. So here the matter is generally paramagnetic behavior. Matter is slightly attracted towards the magnetic field, here repel to from the magnetic field. So these two important part. So paramagnetic behavior and diamagnetic behavior. And one more thing is ferromagnetic behavior. The substance which are attracted very strongly. So matter highly attracted towards the magnetic field, that is called ferromagnetic substances. In fact, ferromagnetism is the extreme form of the paramagnetism. So first of all, generally my dear students, one or two unpaired electrons are present in the d orbital, they are generally existed paramagnetic substances. So ferromagnetic substances mean more than 3 unpaired electrons in the d orbital, the extreme form of the paramagnetism. So that is the reason, in fact, ferromagnetism is the extreme form of the paramagnetism. So reason here, maximum number of unpaired electrons. So maximum number of unpaired electron. So my dear students, these three type of the magnetic behavior. Paramagnetic behavior, once again I repeated, paramagnetic behavior means the substance which has unpaired electrons are present in the d orbital, that is called paramagnetic behavior, actually weakly attracted towards the magnetic field. Diamagnetic behavior mean non magnetic substances. It means the d orbital either 0 electrons or completely full filled electron. Here from the magnetic field the matter is repelled. Ferromagnetic substances. Ferromagnetic substance means highly attracted towards the magnetic field due to the reason, what is the reason here? Maximum number of the unpaired electron. So see here my dear students, if titanium to lose 2 electrons, the configuration is argon 3d2. So here 2 unpaired electrons are there, it shows the paramagnetic behavior. Vanadium plus 2, 3, it shows the paramagnetic behavior. So these are all the magnetic behavior. D1 only paramagnetic behavior. This is also chromium plus 3. So d orbital 3 unpaired electron, paramagnetic behavior. Here one important note, as is evident, most of the transitional metal ions have unpaired electron in their d orbital. Hence most of the transitional metals ion are paramagnetic in the nature. Because of this is the most important point, most of the compounds are paramagnetic behavior in the nature from d orbital having unpaired electrons. That is the reason most of the transitional metal ions showing the paramagnetic behavior. And another important point, transitional metal ions have 3d0, 3d10. It means d orbital 0 electrons or d orbital 10 electrons. That kind of configuration exhibit diamagnetic substance. It's nothing but non-magnetic behavior. Non-magnetic behavior. Okay, my students, this is the introduction part of types of the magnetism of the substances. Okay, students, from this property, very important area, magnetic momentum. So what is the magnetic momentum? Actually every matter or every substance has some magnetic behavior, either paramagnetic behavior, diamagnetic behavior, ferromagnetic behavior. So in case of magnetic momentum, it's not calculated in the diamagnetic substances, because of diamagnetic substances are non-magnetic substances. So magnetic momentum means the strength of magnetic power in a substance, it's called magnetic momentum. So it is represented by mu b. So what is the magnetic momentum? See, the total magnetic momentum of the substance is a resultance of the magnetic momentum of the all individual electrons. The substances containing unpaired electron get attracted towards the magnetic field, exhibiting the paramagnetic nature. This is a generally magnetic momentum is nothing but the total magnetic momentum of the substance. How to calculate it? For example, one X substance is there. What is the X substance's maximum magnetic power, that is calculated by the magnetic momentum. Understood, students? So what is the formula of the calculation of the magnetic momentum? Just wait. See here. So the magnetic momentum mu b of substances can be calculated by using formula. Mu b is equal to long root of n into n plus 2. N into n plus 2. N into n plus 2. So is the most important formula. So the magnetic momentum of the any substance can be calculated with the help of this formula, long root of n into n plus 2. Here mu b is equal to magnetic momentum. N is nothing but number of unpaired electrons. See Nana, this tabular form very important. For example, 5 columns are there here. Ion, configuration, unpaired electrons, magnetic momentum. For example, scandium, it loses 3 electron. In the 3d orbital 0 electrons are there. Scandium whenever lose the 3 electrons, 3d 0. It means unpaired electrons also 0. So magnetic momentum also 0. So scandium can exist at +3 oxidation state. That substance is commonly showing the diamagnetic behavior. It's nothing but non-magnetic behavior. It's the most important point, my dear students. Scandium lose the 3 electrons, any compound. If you take any one of the compounds, scandium lose the 3 electrons. 3d 0 configuration is there. So unpaired electron, there is no any unpaired electron. That's why magnetic momentum is also 0. But in case of titanium lose the 3 electron, 3d orbital has only one unpaired electron. So unpaired electron means here 1 into 1 plus 2. So the total value is a 1.73 Bohr magneton. Bm stands for Bohr magneton. So here d orbital has only one electron, the magnetic momentum value 1.73. Thallium 2 plus. So do 3d2. It means in this configuration d orbital has 2 electron, that magnetic momentum value 2.84. Vanadium 2 plus. 3 unpaired electrons are. Vanadium loses the 2 electrons generally. In the d orbital 3 unpaired electrons are there. So 3 unpaired electrons mean 3.87 Bohr magneton. Chromium 2 plus. 4 unpaired electrons means 4.90. And manganese 2 plus. 2 plus means 5 unpaired electrons. So generally, my dear students, any d orbital maximum unpaired electrons only 5 da. So that is the 5. If the 5 unpaired electrons are present in the d orbital, the magnetic momentum value 5.92 Bohr magneton. So one important point, my dear students, if you learn these 5 values, only 5 values enough. 1 electron means 1.73, 2 electrons mean 2.84, 3 electrons means 3.87, 4 electrons means 4.90 magnetic momentum value, 5 electrons means 5.92. See, very easy. If 1 electron means almost similar value, 1.73, 2 electrons mean 2.84, 3 electrons mean 3.87, 4 electrons means 4.90, 5 electrons means 5.92. So easy to remember this magnetic momentum value. For example, 4 na, first to 4 you have by heart this after decimal point of the value. So my dear students, this is the most important tabular form. Ipo see here, Fe2 plus, appo enachi 3d6. 6 means 1 pair 4 unpaired electrons. So 4 point as usual. Here 4 electrons means 4 same value. Cobalt 2 plus, 7 unpaired 7 electrons are there. In the out of 7 electrons, 3 unpaired, remaining pair is there. So 3.87. Nickel 2 plus, 3d8. 3d8 means 2 unpaired electron, remaining electrons are paired, 2.84 bm. And copper 2 plus, 3d9. So only one unpaired electron, 1.73. You know the zinc 2 plus. Zinc 2 plus means from the d orbital 10 electrons are there. 10 electrons means there is no any unpaired electron. The magnetic momentum value is also 0. Magnetic momentum value also 0. This is the very important, my dear students. Once again, if one unpaired electron means the magnetic momentum value 1.73, 2 means 2.84, 3 means 3.87, 4 means 4.90, 5 means 5.92. So this is the most important. Now example, first one example, scandium plus 3. So scandium plus 3, actually scandium atomic number 21, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1. Appo NiH scandium plus 3 means, listen carefully, This is the last shell. From the last shell already 2 electrons are there. That 2 electrons and last before shell third 3D shell. This is also 1 electron. So completely these 3 electrons are loses. Fibonacci configuration 4s0 3d0. That's why here 3d orbital 0. Whenever you will check the unpaired electrons, only d orbital, not s orbital. So that's why scandium plus 3 position, the d orbital has 0 electron. That's why whenever scandium existed plus 3 configuration in any compound, that is generally diamagnetic behavior. Diamagnetic behavior. Understood, my dear students? See here, I mentioned the formulas. Mu b is equal long root of n into n plus 2 bm. This is a very simplest formula, and JE advanced level this is also followed. No need for NEET students this formula. This is followed very strictly to follow this formula. So mu b 4s s plus 1 plus l plus 1 bm. Here S stands for sum of the spin of the quantum number, L stands for sum of the orbital angular momentum of quantum number. Here already I mentioned one unit, Bohr magneton. So Bm, Bohr magneton is nothing but EH by 4fmc. Here F stands for pi, pi also. So some JE level instead of pi they mentioned F. So general formula Bohr magneton is equal to EH by 4 phi mc or 4f mc, both of same. So what is the here E stands for electronic charge, electron charge. You know that electron charge negatively charged. What is the value of the negatively charged? 1.603 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So H value, Planck constant value 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule per second, like that. M value, mass of the electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 grams. So velocity of the light 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So these all values are substituted in this formula. Now entire the Bohr magneton formula is equal to value, entire the Bohr magneton formula value is equal to 9.273 into 10 to the power of minus 24 joules for Tesla. So this is the actually, for example, here only one electron is there. So here Bm means what is meaning? 1.73 into this value 9.273 into 10 to the power of minus 24. So that's why it simplify with Bm. So this is the most important, my dear students. Once again I repeated, generally every substance has magnetic behavior, 3 different type of magnetic behavior: paramagnetic behavior, diamagnetic behavior and ferromagnetic behavior. Paramagnetic behavior means generally any substance has unpaired electron in the d orbital, it shows the paramagnetic behavior. What is the paramagnetic behavior? The magnetic substance weakly attracted toward the magnetic field. And diamagnetic substances means the substance repelled from the magnetic field. Due to the reason is d orbital either 0 electrons or 10 electrons. And ferromagnetic substances means highly attracted towards the magnetic field due to the reason maximum number of the unpaired electrons. It's a clear, means students. And magnetic momentum, the substance magnetic strength is calculated by the magnetic momentum. The formula is equal to mu b is equal long root of n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. So Bohr magneton formula EH by 4 pi mc. So the value is this one. So now we will discussing previous JE questions and NEET questions. See Nana, which of the following ion has the least magnetic momentum? Which of the following ion has the least magnetic momentum? Nickel plus 2, copper plus 2, cobalt plus 3, iron plus 2. So see how to identify correct answer in this question. First of all, nickel plus 2. Now I will clearly explain every solution here. Nickel plus 2. First you will write nickel atomic, original atomic number, nickel atomic number. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d8 because of atomic number 28. So this entire the formula is represented as argon, argon 4s2, 3d8. This is the nickel configuration. But what happened here? Nickel loses the 2 electron. See that 2 electron loses from the 4s orbital. That's why in nickel plus 2 configuration, s orbital loses 2 electron. So, but 3d8 configuration. 3d8 configuration means 8 electrons. Already here mentioned 8 electrons are there. 3d8 configuration generally, how many unpaired electrons? 2 unpaired electrons. So, 3d8. 3d8 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 unpaired electrons. 2 unpaired electrons means what is the magnetic momentum value? 2.84. See here, 2 unpaired electron means 2.84. So, my dear students, nickel plus 2, the magnetic momentum value 2.84. Next, copper plus 2. Actually, copper general atomic number 29 configuration. See, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d10. It's abnormal electronic configuration. Special copper 4s1, 3d10. So, NiH plus 2. Plus 2 means already here 4s1, 3d10 na. 1 electron from the last orbit, 1 more electron from the 3d orbit. So that's why now what happened? 4s0, 3d9, because 2 electrons are loses. 1 electron from the last orbit and 1 more electron from the d orbital. Because of last orbit only 1 electron, but here copper loses 2 electron. That's why 1 electron from the 4s, 1 more electron from the 3d. Up NiH 3d9. So 3d orbital has 9 electron. 9 electron means only one unpaired electron. So 9 electron means only one unpaired electron. The magnetic momentum value is 1.73 Bohr magneton. And see here, cobalt plus 3. Atomic number of the cobalt 27, configuration this one, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d7. Cobalt loses 3 electron. 3 electron means from the s orbital 2 electron, d orbital 1 electron. Upon NiH d orbital 6 unpaired electrons are there. 6 electrons, not unpaired, 6 electrons are there. So these 6 electrons are arranged in the d orbital, 1 pair, 4 unpaired electrons. So 4 unpaired electron means 4.90 Bohr magneton. And Fe plus 2. Atomic number of the iron 26, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. So here plus 2 means what happened? 2 electrons loses from the s orbital. So here 3d6. 6 electrons means 1 pair electron, 4 unpaired. So total magnetic momentum value 4.90. See, out of these 4 options, first option 2.84, second option 1.73, third option, fourth option similar. So now question is, which of the following ion has the least magnetic momentum? Copper, because of 1.73. And which of the following ion has maximum magnetic momentum? Means C and D options. Understood, my dear students? 100% important this area. Definitely they are asking questions from the magnetic momentum value. You don't confusion. First of all, how to identify the magnetic momentum or how to calculate the magnetic momentum. Initially, you have some knowledge about the atomic number and electronic configuration. You don't know electronic configuration about the D block element, definitely you cannot solve this kind of the questions in competitive exam. Okay, ma? Okay, students, one more question now here. Which of the following ion does not exhibit the paramagnetic behavior? This is the most important. Actually, most of the compounds are showing from the D block compounds paramagnetism, or rare is the diamagnetism. So, which of the following ion does not exhibit the paramagnetism? So, Zn plus 2, cadmium plus 2, scandium plus 3, all. See here, Zn plus 2. What is the configuration of Zn plus 2? Argon 4s2, 3d10. So, Zn plus 2 means these 2 electrons are loses. Open NiH 3d10, 4s0. So already I said D0 or D10 is there. D0, D10 is a diamagnetic behavior. So magnetic momentum value is 0. Why? Because here d orbital completely filled with electron, that is there is no unpaired electron. So diamagnetic substances, magnetic momentum value 0. So here Zn plus 2 is the diamagnetic behavior. It does not show the paramagnetic behavior. And the second example, cadmium plus 2. So cadmium krypton 5s2 4d10, same plus 2 means the 2 electron loses from the fifth orbit, and in d orbital 10 electrons are there. So 10 electrons means completely paired, no unpaired electrons. So even cd plus 2 also, ub mu b value is equal to 0, diamagnetic behavior. Scandium plus 3, see nana, scandium plus 3, 4s2 3d1, 4s2 3d1. Here what happened? Plus 3, 2 electrons from the s orbital, 1 electron from the d orbital. So there is no any unpaired electron in the d orbital, completely empty. So no unpaired electrons, so empty. So mu b is equal to 0. So these three examples are generally paramagnetic, does not show the paramagnetic behavior because of first example, there is no any unpaired electron. Second example also there is no any unpaired electron, but the last example empty orbitals are there. So this is the reason last option is the correct option. All ions cannot exhibited any kind of paramagnetic behavior. You know the, my dear students, zinc and cadmium and even mercury also, zinc, cadmium, mercury, non-transitional elements, already discussed in the initial classes, previous classes. Zinc, cadmium, mercury, whenever lose the 2 electrons, generally these three elements are belonging to second B group. So second B group is a non-transitional element, they are completely filled with electrons in the d orbital. That's why here important point is second B compounds ions, they are showing the diamagnetic behavior in the d block elements. It's clear, my dear students? So this is the most important area. Definitely 100% confirm one question from this concept. That's why you will prepare very practice, more practice is very important. You will do number of questions practice point of view in your rough notebook. You know, different kind of reference books has different kind of questions are there. Already I mentioned here 2 questions. This is a JE 2002 questions. So here first important point is, and sometimes they are asking questions, my dear students, if the ion loses 2 electrons, they have 4 unpaired electrons, what is the magnetic momentum? So this is the values also important. So that's why your wish, either by head or practice, but one small technique is 1 electron 1 value, the magnetic moment 1, 2 electrons 2, 3 electrons 3, 4 electrons 4, 5 electrons 5. So after that this 7 3 8 4 8 7 9 0 9 2, your wish to remember this, how to remember, your practice that. So my dear students, still now there are 3 different kind of important properties are completed. What is the 3 important properties? Again you will see. So electronic configuration is completed, variable oxidation state also completed. Now in this class magnetic behavior also completed. Next in my class you will start color property, coordination compounds, formation of coordination compounds, and catalytic properties, formation of the alloys, interstitial compounds. So every important all properties are very important in competitive exam point of view. They easily to ask the question from this area. So next you are focused on the color property. Why d block elements compound showing the color behavior? Why d block elements are easily to form the complex compounds? Why d block elements showing the catalytic properties? Why d block elements are, it's nothing but d block means transitional metals, is showing the alloys, and why the d block elements are easily to form the interstitial compound. Every information we will discuss very clearly. And moreover, already I send videos, Nana, listen carefully. You will follow very strictly all videos, watch whenever you have free times, you will watch these videos. Do you have any doubt, send me message, because of from last 2-3 days onwards I am very busy with other classes. So that's why do you have any doubt, send me messages. Sometimes I can't see message, but ultimately I will explain your doubts. Okay, Nana? So this is the most important area. If you see, after completions of this chapter, generally to remember this chapter D and F block element, immediately recall this area or electronic configuration of D block elements, variable oxidation state, what is the reason, what is the magnetic behavior, what is the color property, coordination compound, catalytic property. So that's why, my dear student, you learn very carefully. Don't follow the by heart system. So concept is the most important concept. You can't understand the concept, definitely you will struggling in the competitive entrance point of view. Okay, my dear students. So the my next class we will start the remaining fourth to fifth properties, that is color properties and coordination compound behavior or coordination compound formation. Okay, my dear students.